Watch and pray. Watch and pray. We want to dwell on that thought for a little bit this day. I'm Pastor Richard Krause, coming to you from Christ Lutheran Church in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Glad to bring you the word of our Lord. This section of the word is entitled Gethsemane. It's taken from St. Mark chapter 14, verses 32 to 38. This is what we read there. They went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death," he said to them. "Stay here and keep watch." Going a little farther, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible the hour might pass from him. "Abba, Father," he said, "everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. "Simon," he said to Peter, "are you asleep? Couldn't you keep watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." This is the story of the Garden of Gethsemane, the last evening of Jesus' life. Jesus is very sorrowful because Jesus can look into the future. He knows what's going to happen the next day. Early in the morning, he's going to go through this kangaroo court system. And soon enough, already by about 9 o'clock in the morning, he's going to be nailed to a cross. Here it is the evening before. He's pouring out his soul to the Lord. He takes with him the closest disciples, Peter, James, and John. "Come with me." And he leaves them and he goes a little bit further and he says, "Watch and pray." Watch and pray. Jesus goes further. His soul is filled with agony. I've been blessed to be in Israel a number of times, and on this site of the Garden of Gethsemane, there's a beautiful church, and that church has a very dark decor with deep purple colors especially, and it brings to mind the darkness of that evening. Watch and pray. Jesus is pouring out his soul to the Lord. "Take this cup of suffering from me. If there's any other way, let it happen. Please, Lord." And he encourages his disciples to pray for strengthening for their Lord and their Master. But of course, they don't pray. They fall asleep. It's dark. They'd eaten that Passover meal. They were tired. And they fell asleep. They fell asleep repeatedly. Jesus was by himself. So often in pain and hurt and sorrow and suffering, we feel all alone. Well, pour out your heart to the Lord. Pour out your heart to the Lord and know that the Lord will hear you as he has promised to hear you. We can pray, "Abba, Father," maybe to put it another way, instead of just praying to our Father in heaven, but pray to our Dad, the one who loves us, the one who has always been there for us in the past. I hope that was the relationship you had with your earthly father. "Oh, Dad, help me. Dad, help me get through this situation. Help me to face the task that I have to face, whatever that is." And as true friends, true believers, I hope that we can watch and pray. Watch and pray to help others around us who are in difficult situations, maybe who are afflicted with cancer, or they are dealing with great sorrow. Somebody in the family has recently died, and the family is at a loss. Everything is sort of turned upside down. Watch and pray. Pray that the Lord would help those people. Pray that the Lord would help us, just like Jesus poured out his heart and his soul to his Father there in the Garden of Gethsemane.